Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. And welcome back, No Contact Army. Have you been a good little soldier or a bad little soldier? And if you too would like to enlist in the No Contact Army, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell notification and you're in. And to read the No Contact Army manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com where you can read 2 free chapters before purchasing the book. This week, I would like to discuss when your ex realizes it was a mistake, the day you've been waiting for. Many times my clients say, I just want to go over there and I want to shake her or I want to shake him and have him snap out of it. And it's like, yeah, that's not what's going to make him snap out of it or her snap out of it. They got to do it on their own. So I'm going to give you 5 times when they will quote unquote snap out of it and realize that maybe, just maybe, they should not have broken up with you. Now, when someone breaks up with you, it's because they're not happy and they think they can do better. And sometimes it's just that they're not happy and they don't even care if they can do better. They're just not happy, so they're leaving. But for the most part, they have to think that they can do better. Otherwise, why would they go? And also, they have to villainize you in their mind in order to justify the breakup. So they have to say, well, he's been ignoring me, or she did this, or she didn't do this. They have to somehow justify it and make you the bad guy in order to break up with you. And so when they realize it was a mistake, those things start to get reversed. So the first sign is actually when they move on. Now, I know you're afraid they'll move on, but you know what? You actually want them to move on, believe it or not. As usual, it's counterintuitive, so that they will find out that, guess what? You're actually not that easily replaced. If you had great chemistry together, they're not going to find that in the next person, or the next person, or probably not even the next one after that. They may have good chemistry, even very good chemistry, but great chemistry? No. And luckily, chemistry isn't something that can be faked. It's either there or it's not. It has to be felt. And it will soon be painfully obvious to them if they didn't already know it. They'll be out with someone or talking with someone new, and they'll realize that, you know what, this person is not their ex. This person is not you. It doesn't feel the same. And that's where doubt starts to creep in. One of my clients said that his ex told them that after they got back together, she went out on a date with someone else and all she could do was think about him, and she just wanted to get out of there. And the guy wanted to see her again, and she was like, nope. And that's when she knew that she probably made a mistake. The next time that your ex may realize they made a mistake is when they have some good news to share, and you're the person that they usually shared it with, and now you're not there. They can't share it with you because you always gave them the best response and you understood them the best. When something exciting happens, you want to tell it to someone who's going to be excited for you and say, oh my God, that's great. And they listen and they ask a lot of questions. Otherwise, it kind of kills your excitement when you hey, guess what? And they're like, oh, okay, that's nice. You're like, what? So if you were that person for them, which if you were in a relationship, you probably were, now they do not get to have that experience with you again. I know, like with my girlfriends, if you've listened to some of my other videos, I've told you about the celebrity that's in my life, whatever. And he's still here, by the way. And it was funny, the reactions I got. Like one girlfriend I told, and she was like, oh, okay, like barely a reaction. And then another girlfriend who I told, and she was so into listening to the story that I gave her every single detail. It took like half an hour to talk about everything. every single nuance. I showed her pictures, I showed her videos. She's like, oh my God, that's great. La, la, la. And it was a pleasure telling her the story as opposed to the other girlfriend who just kind of brushed it off like, yeah, whatever. So if you're not there for them, they're going to miss that. Okay, the next time that they may realize they made a mistake is when they cannot stop thinking about you. They can't sleep, they can't eat, they have a sick feeling in the pit of their stomach, and that is because this is their subconscious mind reacting to the breakup. Now, consciously, they decided to break up with you, but their subconscious was obviously not on board. They never asked the subconscious. And the subconscious is very powerful. It contains your secret fears and beliefs that you may not even be aware that you have until you're going through a breakup. There's a quote that says, "The chains of habit are too weak to be felt until they're too strong to be broken." So they thought that they could easily walk away, but their body is telling them differently. The fourth time or occasion they may realize they made a mistake is sex. It was better with you. So they start sleeping with someone else. Yeah, I know you don't want to hear that, especially if you're a guy. And they realize that the sex with someone else isn't that great. And that's when they start to think, uh-oh, maybe I made a mistake. They'll realize what they had and what they lost. Now, I'm not saying that this is the only reason they'll come back. Sometimes it is. You don't want that to be the only reason. But obviously they'll start to wonder if they made a mistake when they have sexy time with someone else and it becomes boring time or disappointed time or never again time. So as much as you don't want to think of your ex being with someone else, that may actually work in your favor if the sex is bad. And then finally, a fifth time that your ex may realize they made a mistake is if they don't hear from you because you joined the no contact army and you're off on a mission, you're busy. So they thought that you would at least reach out at some point, especially if you were trying to stop the breakup or were begging and pleading in the beginning. And when they realize you're not reaching out, now they feel rejected. Crazy as it sounds, I know. Even though they rejected you, now they feel rejected. And rejection raises interest level. Now you've become more interesting. Now you're a challenge. And now they wonder if they can even get you back. And that's when they start to think that the breakup was a mistake. So to recap, the 5 times your ex may think the breakup was a mistake is when they start to move on and date someone else, and it's not all it's cracked up to be. When they have good news to share and you're not there to share it with. When they cannot stop thinking about you and they can't eat and they can't sleep. When the sex sucks with someone else. And when they don't hear from you. So now actually I want to hear from you and let me know which one or more of these things do you think will happen to your ex, or has it already happened, or you hope it will happen. I know you hope all 5 of them will happen. So tell me. And in the meantime, if you would like my help personally to get your ex back, you can contact me at theartoflove.net. The direct link is below and we'll send you the rates. If this video was helpful, then please like, subscribe, and share so that it can help other people. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.